Gana action, niba ushaka kwiga indimi. Gana action, ushaka kuba umusirimu. Gana action.
Today I have prepared for you a very interesting course which is called WH question. What do we mean when we say WH question? These are questions that we make using a WH words. We will see a number of those WH words. We have 8 of them, and we will go deeper. Why would you learn this lesson? This lesson is very important because, as you know, in a language, not only in English, but also for other languages, you know that when it comes to conversation, it's all a matter of asking questions and answering them. So what would you do without knowing how to ask questions? Nothing. So that's why today I have decided to shed more light on how you can answer this kind of WH questions. And all I need from you now is your attention. The rest is for me. I'm going to shed more light on it. So without any further ado, let me start with those 8 WH words we are going to use in this lesson ahead. So here we have 8 WH words, and number 1 is who. Who is used for asking about people. And again, we have what. What, we use it when we are asking information about things. The third one, we have where. Where is used when we are talking about place. And then we have when it's all about time. We have why, which is used for reason. And we have how, which is used for manner or process. You want to know the process something is done, so you use how. Later on, we just have which is used when we are referring to choices. And we have whose, which is used for possessions when we are talking about the owner. So without any further ado, let's again start with who. So as I told you, I prepared this lesson in such way which allow you to have some sort of examples which we need in our daily activities, our daily basis. You will find a lot of questions here that you can use at daily basis. With who, we have here 6 questions you may ask using who. And the first one is, who is your best friend? Who is your best friend? That friend you spend most of the time with. Who is that one? Who is calling you? Who is calling you on the telephone? Who is calling you? We need information about that person. While answering this question, maybe you are going to come up with a name. Who are you waiting for? I find you sitting somewhere, maybe it's on a bus stop and the buses are arriving there, but you are not going. So I may ask you, who are you waiting for? We have, who told you that I live here? Who told you? Yes? Maybe you tell me that you realize that I live here, but who told you? Then we have, who will win the game tomorrow? You know, tomorrow we have a game, maybe between 2 great teams, and I just want to know who. So here, what you have to notice that you can use who for individual, or you use it for collective group. Maybe it's a team, maybe it's a corporation or organization, or a staff. You can say who. You can use who. So here you can say, who will win the game tomorrow? Who is the best footballer in the world? This is a very controversial question. Men are going to come up with Cristiano and Ronaldo, you know. I don't know. So for you, you will just put your answer in the comment. Who do you think is the best footballer in the world? That's very interesting. So I would like to go to the second question word, which is what. What. So we use what when we are asking information about things. Things. For example, you can say, what is your hobby? What you have to note, my friends, when we talk about hobby, that's something you do in order to relax. For example, I can say my hobby is listening to music. So a job cannot be a hobby. So sometimes when you ask people this question, they are going to come up with something they like to do, which is not true. You just talk about something which help you to relax. Maybe it's watching a movie, maybe it's playing football, maybe it's listening to music, singing, maybe playing cards or marching around. When they ask you this question, be ready for answering it. So you can say, what did you talk about in the meeting? Maybe I missed the meeting, so I want to know information about things you talked about in the meeting. What do you know about your girlfriend? Do you really know your girlfriend? So what do you know about her? It's like you are going to talk about things that you know about your girlfriend. So you can say, what do you do when you are alone? Maybe at home. What do you do when you are there? Some will say, maybe I slide on social media or some other things. So that's another question you can ask using what? What will you bring for me? What will you bring for me? Now that you say that you will visit me, but what will you bring for me? I'm curious about things. We use what when you are talking about things. So what do you do in order to achieve your goals? This is a very interesting question you can ask anyone. You know, most of the people have goals, but again, what do you do in order to achieve goals? All you can spot here is, I need information about things, not a person. So that's the difference between who and what. So the next WH word we are going to see is where. Where. We just use where when we are talking about place, location, area, a certain area. That's when we just use where. Where were you born? Where were you born? I need the location. I need to know a place where you were born. Where do you study English language? I hope most of you will say, I study English at Action College, because that's where you can learn the accurate, the most rigid English, the English you can use for communication. Where you live, where do you live currently? Where do you live currently? In these days, where do you live? You know, I'm asking information about place. Where can I find? My friends, I want you to know how to use this expression, where can I find? We use it most of the time when we are asking for a location of something. Maybe you have gone in a market and you would like to have this thing or that. You are going to say like, where can I find? Here I said, where can I find a restaurant? You are hungry, you are starving in a moment, and then you would like to know where. Where can I find black shoes? Where can I find a car, a brand new car? In this town, where can I find a brand new car? Yes, we use this expression when you just want to track the location of a certain thing you are looking for. Again, you can say, where did you buy this phone? If you are using a phone watching this video, where did you buy that phone? Yes, you see, you just want a location. Maybe you can say, I bought it from Peter's. Yes, we add possessive case there. You say, I bought it at Peter's or from Peter's, all the same. You can say, where would you like to live in the future? Where would you like to live in the future? Now you live here, but again, you have the dreams of a certain place where you would like to live in the future if you get a chance. So where is that place? Where would you like to live in the future? So those are 6 questions you can just use. You can ask your colleagues or other people using where. Where is there to refer to place and locations. So the next question what we are going to see is when. Yes, when. When is used when we are referring to time. Time, like you want to ask someone about time. For example, when we say, when will you pay me back? When will you pay me back? This question is different to when will you pay me? Why did I add back? When we say back, that means maybe I give you money and then I would like to have it back. That's when we add back. We say, when will you pay me back? But if I do you a service or a certain task for you, a job, I will say, when will you pay me? I will not need to put there back, okay? So know the difference between the two. I want to know time. When do you usually wake up? When? Yes, you will write in a comment. When do you usually wake up? When did you start learning English? A very interesting question. When did you start learning English? That's in simple past. When we are asking these questions, it's something which happened in simple past. We use did. When it's a habit, we use do. That's why we say, when did you usually wake up? That's a habit. So we have, when did you meet with Jessica? When did you meet with her? I want to know a time. And again, we have, when did you reach here? Time, still. When did you reach here? When will you go in Canada? When will you go in Canada? I know a lot of people these days, they have a deal to go in Canada. And I would like to remind you that here in Action, we offer international language certificates. In case you want one, just contact us. We will give it to you. We help you to find one. So the next WH word is why. Why? You can see, even when I'm saying this, I put their emotions. Because we just ask this question when we are referring to a reason. Reason. You want to know a reason. Why are you running? Why are you running? Yes, someone is in a hurry, so you want to know why, the reason behind. Again, you can say, why did you leave without saying bye? You know, actually, it's not worth it leaving a place without saying bye. Why do you love him? You love someone, but I just want to know a reason. But then I will use why. Why do you like your parents? This is a very funny question because I know like each and everyone here love his or her parents, but I want to know a reason. Why? Why do you love your parents? Why do you want to learn English? There are various reasons why you want to learn English, and I just want to know some among them. Why? Some will say, I'm into business, so I would like to host customers, things like that. Some are going maybe abroad. You would like to use it for communication with other people. There are zillion reasons why you can learn English language, the most loved language on the earth. Again, you can say, why should I work with you? Someone is bringing a business proposal. He wants to join you. But why? There must be a reason, and you just want to know that reason. So when you are longing for knowing the reason, the perfect question word you have to use is why. The next question word is how. How. We just use how when we are referring to process. Process, you just want to know the process something is done through. For example, if we say, how are you feeling now? Yes, how are you feeling now? This is the most commonly used questions at daily basis. You ask this question someone like your colleague in the morning, or maybe you have been sick for a while, and then you can just ask him, how are you feeling now? How did you meet with your partner? How? I just want to know the process. Maybe you are going to tell me, we met in a wedding, in my sister's wedding. We met when I was in a job interview or something else. But all you have to mention is the process. How do you manage to speak 8 languages? How do you manage to speak 8 languages? It's very interesting. We have people here who can manage to speak 18 or some polyglots. We call them polyglots. When someone can speak many languages, we call them polyglots. When you can speak one, we call you monolingual. We hope we don't have any monolingual here. So since you are here, you are already bilingual or trilingual or matrilingual or polyglots. Okay, we have how. How will you feel on your wedding day? Yes, how do you think you will feel on your wedding day? How long does it take you to reach here? How long does it take you to reach here? So you have to pay attention with this question of how long, because when we say how long, we just want to know a time, a length of time, like maybe it's 30 minutes, it's an hour, or maybe a day. But how long does it take you to reach here? How often? Again, I put here how often. This one is very interesting. When we say how often, it means how many times. How many times? How often do you drink water per day? How often do you drink water per day? I just need to know a number of times. Maybe it's once, maybe it's twice, maybe it's 3, 4 times, 5 times. So we use how often when we are referring to times. Okay? So here is the last but not the least WH question, which is which. We use which when we are referring to choices. Choices, they are different things, but now you have to choose one thing. For example, I can say, which team do you support? Which team do you support here in this country or all over around the world, in England, in Spain? Which team do you support? Which country would you like to visit? If you get a chance to visit a country, which country would you like to visit? There are many countries, but now you have to choose only one country. We use which when we are talking about choices. Which movie do you enjoy watching? Yes, that one movie that you watch over and over and over again. Yes. Which drink would you like? Tea or coffee? You have a guest at your home, and then you would like to know her or his choice about drinks, so you will use this one. Which drink would you like to take? Tea or coffee? Which restaurant should we try first? Which restaurant should we try first? Which bus goes to the city center? Which bus goes to the city center? You know? But then when you want to know about choices, the perfect question what you have to use is which. So here is, yes, let me talk about whose, because it is very important when we are talking about possessions and when we are asking about the owner. And you have to pay attention while using whose, because it's a little bit tricky. We use when we are talking about possessions, of course, I told you. For example, you can say, whose phone is ringing? Whose phone is ringing? Yes. Whose phone is ringing? That means I want to know the owner of the phone. Whose car is outside? Whose car is outside? You will start with whose, then you put there a noun. Later on, you are going to put there verb to be, and you put there object. Sometimes object is going to be demonstrative pronoun, like, demonstrative adjectives, like that, there, those, and these. So you can say, whose children are playing outside? When I was coming, I saw some children in the playground, they were playing, but I want to know the owner, the parent. Whose children are playing outside? Whose telephone is this? Whose telephone is this? We use this for a single thing which is nearby you. Which telephone? Whose telephone is this? Yeah. So we have whose parents are sitting in the room. Whose parents are sitting in the room? Whose camera? Whose camera is that? I'm asking the cameraman. Whose camera is that? Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are heading to the end of our course today. That was WH questions. I hope that now you have a clear understanding about how we can use WH questions. So, next time, use them at daily basis. This is a super lesson everyone must master. So, all I can say at the end is thank you. Thank you for being with me through all this time. And I would like to remind you that we offer different services here in Action College. I will talk about international language certificates like TOEFL, Duolingo, DELF, like we have IELTS, there are more. If you want one, we would like you to join us. We offer you one in short time as possible. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention. See ya next time.
Gana action, niba ushaka kwiga indimi, gana action, ushaka kuba umusirimu, gana action.